Alright, what we making today, Mama?
Alright, I'm doing a gluten-free Mexican cornbread. So I have a gluten-free intolerance. I do not have celiac, which I'm thankful for, but I do have an intolerance for gluten. And also, I have migraines, and they said because of that, I needed to come off of gluten. So I've been off of gluten for a couple of years now, and I'm learning how to make gluten recipes. So I want to share that because I know a lot of people have that issue. So today I am going to share with you a gluten-free Mexican cornbread recipe that my aunt gave me that does have celiac. So first of all, put some oil in a skillet, and I'm preheating my oven to 375. And we're going to let that preheat while we mix our cornbread.
How much is it? 375?
375, and you might do better. Alright, so I have all my ingredients already measured out, and I need a spatula. Alright, so it calls for a cup of sour cream, get all of that out of there.
Oh, it seemed like it took an awful long time to get it out.
And then 2 eggs that are already beaten. And I don't know how to do this, but I guess we'll somehow put the recipe in the comments.
I don't know, maybe I can take a picture of it or something.
And then 1 can of cream style corn, and I didn't get the corn that we had put up because I just wanted 1 cup, and I wasn't gonna open up corn that we slaved over for this recipe.
So you just bought a can of it?
So I just bought a can of it. And you could probably put the whole corn, the whole can. I put just a cup because that's what it called for. And then 1.5 cups of cornmeal. Now, all cornmeal is not gluten-free, so you have to watch what you buy. When I can find it, I buy the Aunt Jemima cornmeal because it doesn't have gluten in it. So you do have to pay attention to your cornmeal when you buy it. And then 3 teaspoons of baking powder and 1.5 to 2 teaspoons of salt. So I did 2 teaspoons of salt and 3 teaspoons of baking powder, and I'm putting that in there together. And then 1/2 cup of flour, and it's the gluten-free flour.
What brand do you use? Do you remember?
I think this is Pillsbury, because when I can find Pillsbury, that's what I get because the consistency is better. Some of the flour has a weird consistency. I buy what I can find, but if I can find the Pillsbury, that's what I like. 2 chopped jalapenos. This is probably not 2, but I don't like it as spicy as some people do, so put how many you want in there. And then 2 tablespoons of chopped bell pepper. And 1 pimento chopped, and I'm just guesstimating. I don't know how you know how much is 1 pimento, because I have never seen a pimento except what's in the jar. So I'm just going to put all of this in there. I'm going to strain it through the spoon. And this was a jar that I already had used some out of, so I didn't quite put the full jar. And you mix all this together. You know what I didn't put in there? is the 1/2 cup of oil. I'm sorry. 1/2 cup of oil.
What kind of oil?
I used canola oil because it doesn't say. So I guess you could use vegetable oil or probably could use olive oil. And you just mix it real good.
Now we just wait for the pan to heat up?
Wait for the pan, and what you do is we're going to put half of the mixture in the pan, and then we have 2 cups of grated cheese. It called for sharp cheddar, but I didn't have sharp cheddar. Mine's just a Monterey Jack mixture that I get from Sam's. You put half of this mixture, then half the cheese, then the rest of the mixture, and then the rest of the cheese, and then we'll bake it as soon as our oven gets heated up. So we'll be back.
It looks like the pan and oil has heated up. Let's see how Miss Blinda does this.
I'm not a pro, so alright, we're going to put about half. In here. It's sizzling some. I may have put a little bit more than 2 cups of cheese. Cheese never hurt anything.
Cheese is good for you. And you're putting the rest of it in
And
there.
put the rest of it on top. And we just hope it comes out of the pan when it gets time.
It ought to, all that oil. We need one of them kitchens where the oven and stuff is on the bar, so I can get on the other side of it.
That's probably enough cheese. Okay, and we put it back in the oven for 50 minutes.
50 minutes. And then we'll bring you back. Sweet. Okay, check it out.
It still lacked about 16 minutes, but it's looking done. So I stuck a toothpick in it, and it came out clean. And I didn't want the cheese to burn, because I don't like burnt cheese.
Not a burnt cheese thing. You want me to do that?
That's the wrong way.
Just know, I got this on camera. You done it.
So there
It didn't fall all to pieces.
is the cornbread. Let's see if it cuts. It might fall apart.
I maybe could have used a little bit more to crust up on the bottom a little bit better, but
Well, you probably could have cooked it a little bit more, but my cheese was starting to smell like it was burning, so I took it out. Probably could have cooked it a little bit longer.
take a piece and put it on a plate. And let's look at it. Is it hot? fall apart. That's alright.
Yeah, probably should have cooked it 5 or 10 more minutes, but I got impatient.
But that is gluten-free
And it's yummy.
Mexican cornbread.
It's too hot to taste right.
Gluten-free Mexican cornbread, is that what you're calling it?
So
Right.
go ahead and cook it probably the full time, but I took it out early.
But it's done. I mean,
It's done, it's just,
it's
if
not
you cook
crusty
it a
on
little
top.
bit longer, it would probably not fall apart.
Alright, well, we're about to eat.
I've got to put my thickening in my stewed potatoes, and we'll be ready to eat lunch.
God bless.
Like, subscribe, and God bless you.